Now today was supposed to be a very exciting day because I was supposed to check out two properties from one landlord and we were going to strike a deal on both of them. Now unfortunately he sent me this text, Peep. And I texted him saying, "Are you free to meet at the property at 3 p.m. today?" He said, "No, sorry." Not sorry. I'm assuming he said, "No, sorry. I'm sick. We need to reschedule." Now that obviously sucks for me because I live around 35, 40 minutes away from like the city that I have these properties at. But I'm already here because I was like, you know what? I'll just kill some time before then. But turns out I drove here all the way for no reason. Now, thankfully, I have a couple other properties here, right? So I'm going to be filming a couple reels. I will also give you guys a walkthrough of one of my units or maybe two of my units, depending on what time my cleaners finish. What I'm also going to do is I'm just going to drive by one of the properties that I'm really interested in because it is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. And I'll show you guys the outside so you can see what it kind of looks like. And that'll be the plan for today. So far in May, we are at $21,737. And I obviously have that $5,000 booking right now. So that puts me at around $27,000 for the month. I'm guessing I will probably end the month off at around $35,000. And again, with all my expenses, I'm usually at like 15K. So that's a 20K profit month. Huge month. I'm very excited. And yeah, you guys, I will do that. Right now I'm at the mall because I just want to buy a couple things. Got to get my drip up. Maybe buy a cologne or two. We'll see. Try to smell max, scent max out here. And yeah, that'll be the plan. I'll take you guys along. I'll cut the video and I don't know, do the... Alright gang, so I am here right now and there's actually a car parked outside of the property, which makes me wonder if there's a resident there and maybe he was just going to give me a tour while, you know, they're moving out or something. I'm kind of parked a little away from the house, but you guys can kind of see it. I'll actually do a drive-by so you can see it a little clearer too. But this is what it's looking like. It is this house right here. And I really hope no one's watching, but it is really nice. And I personally really like the house. If this deal does go through, he agrees to the numbers that I want, obviously I'll definitely pick it up. It is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. Now I actually have a 4-bedroom, 2-bath that is not a house. It's actually a what do you call it, a townhome, and I paid $2,600 on that, and this guy is asking for $3,200. Now, since I also will be picking up another property from him, hopefully, I'm wondering, you know, or I'm hoping that we can actually strike some sort of deal where he gives me maybe a month or two of free rent and also discounts both properties since I'm picking up both at the same time. So if that goes through, then yeah, that might be a property. I wish I could, you know, show you guys a little bit more on the outside, but again, with a car parked out there, it might have been a little sketchy for me to do that. But yeah, that was the property. I actually, while I was, what do you call it, driving here, I stopped by a perfume store, and this is just me talking about my day, by the way. I bought YSL Iced. Let me know in the comments if that's a good scent. I like the smell of it a lot, and if you guys watch gym content, you know who Daddy Noel is. He makes scent videos. He's also a huge gym guy. And he said it was a go-to summer fragrance for him that he'd be wearing a ton. And I was like, you know what, I want to kind of build up my cologne collection, so let me just try it out a little. Tested it, really liked the smell. There was a couple of other ones that I liked too, but this one by far smelled the best to me. Let me know in the comments, y'all. I am just getting into like colognes and stuff. I'm trying to smell max, like I said. And yeah, just let me know if that's a solid pick. And sorry, I'm driving right now, so I'm a little try not to crash. But yeah, you guys, now I will also go to one of my most unique properties, which is my expandable studio, and you guys will see what I mean when I say it's expandable, and I'll see you guys there. All right, I am in the apartment, and like I said before, you guys, this is by far my most unique property, and it's actually, believe it or not, all because of that thing right there. Now, it might look like a TV stand, but I'm gonna flip the camera. I'm gonna show you guys just what this thing can do, all right? Now, just for context, this is a studio apartment. As you guys can tell, I was filming a reel, and actually, I just got a booking. I will show that to you guys in a second. But this is what it looks like, all right? I'm gonna give you guys a quick 360. As you guys can see, we got the couch, we got the TV stand, which isn't just a TV stand. We got the kitchen over here. And obviously we entered there, the bathroom's there. I'll show you guys that later. But guys, this is it, all right? TV stand. Firstly, this does turn into technically a dining table, all right? And I promise you this, it wasn't as just lame as just turning into a dining table, all right? I'll show you guys what else this thing can do in a second, all right? Just gonna go ahead and put that back there. So, TV stand, what makes this property beautiful and amazing is this button right here. As you guys can see, there's 3 different modes. There's a hanger, there's a bed, and there's a TV stand. Now, if I turn it into the hanger position, it'll move. This thing is moving all by itself. And as you guys can tell, on the back, there's a whole closet area. All right, we got hangers in here and a full-blown closet, all right, at the back of a TV stand. As you guys can see right here. And then, just a couple other spots for storage. And then what is that right under there? A whole freaking bed, you guys. So, frick. Sorry, that's on me. All right, stop. Okay, I messed it up. I turned it into a bed now, and you guys just watch this transformation. Maybe it isn't cool, all right, but I think this is dope. And this is actually one of my most booked Airbnbs. And as you guys can see, the bed is about to roll out very soon. And bam, you guys, you have a full-blown queen-size bed all in your freaking living room. Look at that. Crazy. And this is what it looks like when it's all extended. You obviously can't, watch TV. I guess you could, but you're not going to be that comfortable. This is only supposed to be used at night, and that's really what it looks like. So, obviously, if you can't tell, I'm a big fan of it. Guests obviously are too. Like I said, this is one of my most booked Airbnbs. So obviously people like it, and it's unique. Almost like in my city at least, there's no one who has an Airbnb like this in the area. So when on my title, I literally say expandable studio apartment, and this thing is always booked, all right? Like 365 days in the year. And I think this thing's occupancy was at 95%. I think that means like 15 days out of the year, or 20 days or something, it isn't booked. It's just vacant. So that's insane numbers for an Airbnb, right? As you guys can see, put it back in its normal position, couch. I was actually just in the bathroom and I completely forgot. I just zoned out while I was talking. But this is very similar to one of the other bathrooms that I showed you guys in my last video. In my last video, I was actually in a 1-bedroom apartment in the same complex. So in this complex, I have 3 Airbnbs. 2 are studios. This is a studio. I have another studio. And the one with a blue background, with a blue accent wall, is actually, it's actually a 1-bed. And I also, as you guys can tell, I'm a little all over the spot today. But you guys, check this out. I just got a message from Airbnb saying, congratulations, Trevor booked with you. And I'm gonna show you guys the booking that I literally just got right now, 10 minutes ago. So Trevor booked for my my 1-bedroom Airbnb that is actually in a different city. And the total payout is $609. As you guys can see right there. Host service fee is something that Airbnb takes, and the co-host payment is actually to my cleaners. So whenever I show you guys numbers, this is me after paying majority of my expenses. The only expenses I have are number 1, rent, and then 2 is obviously just like cleaning supplies. So $609 on a 3-night stay, all right? And rent on that property is just $900, all right? So literally within 3 nights, got majority of my rent paid. Rest of the month is essentially just gonna be profit. And I think that puts me at a total of like $28,000 for the month of May. Let me just see, at least so far, right? Obviously I've gotten paid, well, let's just show you guys this. I got paid $797 today. As you guys can see, I have 22.3. and that's what we're looking like, you guys. May is a huge month. I'm obviously very hype. So even though today I wasn't able to see the properties that I wanted to, we did drive by. It looks very nice on the outside. Whenever I get a chance to obviously go in, I will show you guys what I can. And I think that was all for today, you guys. Obviously, trying to keep this a daily series. So if you guys want to see anything, y'all have any questions at all, drop them in the comments. And like I said, you guys, I will try to be as consistent as possible. So far, I'm actually having a lot of fun. You guys are kind of blowing up my day 1 video, which is kind of exciting to me. Day 2 and 3, they weren't really as hyped, so I didn't get as many views, so I'm not surprised. But anyways, we're going besides the point. Today was day 4, I think. I was excited. Today was a fun day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys for day 5. Hit that follow button. Peace, or subscribe.